This is a big game. Of course, Dimaga still has... Well, Dimaga's pretty much guaranteed of a wild card spot, unless something goes really, really wrong. But no, actually, it could still go wrong for him potentially. But this one map he just won is already a very important one.
Very big one.
The Muslim is already guaranteed of the playoffs, but of course he wants to finish up second. That's a lot better.
Guarantees him like trip to Toronto.
Yes.
Even.
No, that's not true yet.
If he's
No, I promise you, Ben. That's not right.
Okay, he's got to win one round in the playoffs, and then he's
Yes.
guaranteed a trip to Toronto.
Our playoffs are a little bit difficult, but we're going to explain all about it in the near future. No worries, guys.
So confusing that even we don't understand.
No. But if you win your division, and that's the most important thing right now, Ben, the Muslim can still win his division. If he wins this series and Hazovs managed to upset Hero, the Muslim is still going to win his division. With that excellent 6-1 record, it's going to be 7-1 then. So it's a huge game for him, and it's a huge game for Dima, because of course you don't want to depend on others. You want to depend on yourself. If Dimaga wins right now, there's no guarantee that he's not going to the playoffs.
That's exactly right. Of course, that's what these guys are playing for. They want that big trip to Toronto where they can do things like visit the Sky Dome, a.k.a. the Rogers Center, where the Blue Jays play. They can go see the CN Tower, which was recently nominated one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. I have been in the CN Tower, Kev. It has a glass floor, like 1,000 feet up off the ground.
When I was very young, I saw it on TV.
One of the hardest things I've ever done in my life was stepping out on that glass floor, because all you see is nothingness, like clouds below you. It is really, really scary.
I'm so excited to go to Canada, man. I think it's going to be a really fantastic event. I can't wait.
Yeah. And you know, my favorite thing about Toronto
are the maple leaves, because you were used to sweep leaves.
No, actually. They have like an entire underground city. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but Toronto has an entire underground city, and I believe the reasoning for that is because it gets so cold in the winter that people need to be able to go shopping and stuff. I guess my producer's just correcting me saying it's technically an underground mall, but it is a massive underground mall. No, when I was there,
quite a difference between the city and the mall.
It is huge, man. It's like 10 square miles of underground mall. And when I was a kid, I went there with my grandfather, and I can just remember walking around for hours under Toronto, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. And I played Qzar, which is like the coolest laser tag game ever. And then we went up in the CN Tower, and we went to the Sky Dome, like I said.
And guys, believe it or not, this is actually a StarCraft 2 broadcast. So
I'm just saying that these guys want to go to Toronto. They want to experience it.
But Ben, if I ask you right now, what type of pool was this from Dimaga? Do you have any idea what pool Dimaga opened with?
Of course I do. He went hatch first into 15 gas, 15 spawning pool.
No, that's completely wrong.
What is it?
He went up to 17 drones before he dropped either of those two.
You are so full of it, man. Why would you lie to our viewers like that?
Okay.
I cannot believe you.
No, I think everybody got your excitement about Toronto, and I believe it's a fantastic city as well. I'm excited.
We got to give our Canadian fans their due. They've got a beautiful city in Toronto, and I cannot wait to be there.
We're giving them our finals, Ben. I think that's quite a do.
Well said, Kev. Well said. Touché, sir. So please, guys, come out to Toronto, visit us, show us around the city some more.
A lot of people will already. We sold a lot of tickets for the final. I think it's going to be a fantastic event. Said it several times. Let's focus on our game, Ben. Big game, and Dimaga going for a pretty quick Roach Warren, Ben.
That's a Roach Warren with just 20 drones behind it. I think this still feels like Roach Baneling to me. If it was just pure Roach, I think he would have gotten the Roaches faster. But we will see if he does choose to add that Baneling nest or not.
He has the exact 16 drones on his main minerals. He's rallying the other drones to his expand, so he's going for optimal mining.
Well, he doesn't have Zergling speed, so it might just be a Roach all-in. If not a Roach all-in, then some Roach aggression.
First bunker, Ben.
You know, I like the positioning of this bunker, Roddy.
The problem is, like, you can only repair it from a certain angle.
Like, against Roaches, it's not as good, but against any kind of Zergling aggression, this is a great spot to put the bunker. 6
Roaches in production for Dimaga, and if you take a look at the Muslim's map vision, Ben, he sees absolutely nothing. He is going for a very quick factory, but he has the reactor on it, so he's going for the Hellions. Hellions are going to spot the Roaches, but 10 Roaches, Ben?
This is going to be really tough, and it looks to me like the Muslims want to play Blue Flame Hellions, and this is like the worst thing in the world against a Roach opening from Dimaga. There is no Zergling speed. There is no Baneling follow-up. It's just a ton of Roaches with drones coming behind it. And the Muslims sending out those first Hellions right now, but they're not going to spot these Roaches until they're already halfway across the map. This is going to be a very scary moment.
Look at Dimaga. Oh, so they're smart. Okay, no, it doesn't really matter. The Muslims still didn't see it, man. It's unbelievable.
Oh, critical.
No, he
sees one Roach, and presumably he sees it. Yeah, now he definitely sees it as he dances around with those Hellions a little bit. bit. He's going to have to do something very, very fast.
Second bunker.
Frantically throwing down a tech lab on that barracks because he knows he's got to get Marauders out. But there is nothing here. And Demaga marches up into the natural one-shot to Hellion. These SCVs, like you said, there's just no way they'll be able to repair the bunker fast enough. Look at the roaches blocking the SCVs.
Demaga. Beautiful, beautiful movement there, Ben.
Beautiful positioning, just like you said, Kev. The Marines dying very, very quickly. The Muslim's going to try to get a Banshee out. That's a good effort, but I don't even think he's walled. Thank you, says the Muslim, as Demaga walks right into his main base. He's going to kill the reactor. The Muslim not producing anything. He knows that that this one is over, and Demaga is going to take this game.
Well, I'm not sure if we really have to follow this conversation on our screen or not. Seems like we had a little bit of yeah, I guess this was the tweet that the Muslim made earlier on his Twitter as well. We see that Demaga took the series. The Muslim did say GG Demaga in the end, so guys, don't say that he was disrespectful to Demaga, because he did say just GG Dema. But I believe that the Muslim wanted to play this game on another time, and I believe that he was under the impression that Zeris told him it was okay. Zeris, the admin here, said it was never okay. He said he spoke about it. It's kind of a he said, she said story. I don't know the details about it. What I do know is that Demaga wins this series. He finishes up 5-3 in the season, so very good season for Dema. We will see more of Demaga. I'm sure that makes all the Europeans happy. We're also going to see more of the Muslim, no doubt, but he won a map, so that guarantees him at least second place in the division.
Yeah, he's definitely still alive in the North American Star League. He's played some great StarCraft all season long, and despite getting taken out by Demaga here, I'm pretty sure he is still second place, like you said.
Guaranteed second. Even if Hazops wins 2-0, the Muslim has 1 point more than Hazops. So for the Muslim, it didn't change that much, because even if he would have won, yeah, it changes $150, of course, which is sort of a big deal. But even if he would have won and Hero would have just won his division map tomorrow, and then, or his match tomorrow, then Hero would have still finished above the Muslim. But it's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, let's not focus too much on the negativity, man.
What I'm going to focus on is the fact that Demaga is the second buffest guy in esports behind Happy Zerg, and the friendliest, bestest guy in the world. That's what I'm going to focus on.
Yeah, you can
Former jacket salesman, made like $300 a month selling coats, has risen to the ranks of one of the best pro gamers in all of Europe.
Yeah, it's a beautiful story.
It is a really,
I could write a book about
story. You know what? I think we should write a book about it. And
if only I could write. Hey, you studied. What did you study, Ben?
I was an English major.
Ah, I thought you studied English literature.
I did.
So, do you have some skills? Can you write?
I wanted to be a writer at one point in my life.
Yeah, like in my mind, I can write really well. Like often I lay in bed and I think, like, man, if I would
in your mind, you do everything really well, Kevin.
If I would put this in a story, it's gonna be New York Times.
This is a true story. Anytime we talk about anything, Kev's like, yeah, I'm pretty good at that, and then we go do it, and
you make me look bad now.
No, I don't mean to make you look bad, but I just want to say, we were walking to play football one day, and you're like, look, Ben, I'm gonna kick this ball, and it's gonna hit the fire hydrant on the right side of the road. And he kicks the ball, and it hits like a car driving on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah, that happens. Anyway, guys, we'll be right back after a small commercial break with division standings, predictions of the day, and all the other good stuff. So stay tuned, and we'll wrap it up.